War Brief Daily, July 4th, 2026. 3 theaters, 1 clear signal. The war of attrition in Ukraine is grinding at a pace that's bleeding Russia dry. Iran just put a warning shot across Hormuz without firing a shot. And Sudan's drone war keeps killing civilians nobody's watching. Here's what's confirmed. Start with Ukraine because the numbers here are the story. The Institute for the Study of War confirms Russian forces gained just over 30 square kilometers in all of June, roughly 1 kilometer a day across a front that spans hundreds of miles. That's a fraction of last June's pace. And per a CSIS study out this week, Russia's paying for that ground at nearly 8-to-1 in casualties against Ukrainian losses, worst ratio of the war. This wasn't a quiet month. It was an expensive one for the side that's supposedly advancing. On the night of July 1st into 2nd, Russia ran a large strike package at Kyiv and beyond. 1 Iskander-M ballistic missile out of occupied Crimea, 1 Kh-59 off the Black Sea, and 151 Shahed, Gerbera, and Shahed-type drones with decoys mixed in. Ukrainian air defense confirmed 130 drones down, plus the Kh-59. 17 drones got through, hitting 16 locations, gas stations, farmland, homes, roads, across 8 oblasts. Ukrainian officials say this is deliberate. 4 gas stations hit in Chernihiv, 5 more in Dnipropetrovsk in one night. That's not random targeting. That's a campaign against the fuel network heading into harvest season. On the ground, Russian infiltration tactics near Pokrovsk continue producing losses, not gains. Near Huyaipole, Ukrainian troops counterattacked and held near Novoselivka. No Russian advance confirmed. And here's the one that should worry you. Russia continues militarizing the occupied Zaporizhia nuclear power plant, confirmed staging artillery, electronic warfare gear, and drones there to strike across the river into Nikopol, using an active nuclear facility as a fire base. That's the kind of detail that doesn't make headlines, but changes the risk calculus considerably. Now the Middle East. No new strikes confirmed in the last 24 hours. This is brinkmanship, not combat. But Iran's Qatam al-Anbiya command issued a formal warning on state television. All tankers and commercial traffic through the Strait of Hormuz must use Iran-designated routes or face forceful response. They also flagged continued U.S. fighter presence over the strait as a regional threat. This lands during Iran's state funeral period, so read it as much as domestic signaling as military posture. Quiet doesn't mean resolved here. It means the fuse is still sitting there. Sudan gets a shorter line, but it shouldn't be ignored. The Sudanese armed forces and RSF remain locked in a drone war that's killed over 1,000 civilians this year alone. A mid-June strike on El Obeid hit a residential area and a funeral gathering, killing up to 23. No single confirmed strike in the last day specifically, but the tempo against population centers and aid corridors remains active. This is the most underreported major war on the planet right now. Indo-Pacific, steady state. Chinese Coast Guard and PLA Navy activity continues near Taiwan's Dongsha outpost and through the South China Sea. No kinetic incident confirmed in this window. What to watch? Russian retaliation patterns against Ukraine's energy strikes, whether Iran backs its Hormuz warning with an actual intercept, and any satellite confirmation on Zaporizhia's weapons buildup. That's your War Brief Daily for July 4th. No spin, no noise, just intel. I'll see you in the next brief.